Hi, this is Christine. I hope everyone's doing well. It is November 2nd, 2014. It's in the afternoon. I wasn't sure if I should share this. That's why it's taken me so long, but I think I'll put it out there. I don't know if it means anything, but I'll just share it anyways, I guess. It's a dream I had. Actually, I think it's the night of the 31st. So that would have been Halloween night. October 31st to November 1st, so Friday night to Saturday. And today is Sunday, so I didn't have it last night, it was the night before. There was a necklace in my dream. Let me draw it for you. Hold on, please. Okay, thank you. There was a necklace in my dream. This was just a regular chain, and I'm not sure if it was silver, but this was just a regular chain on a necklace. And then this was like an oval white stone. It changed in my dream. This is white, okay? So this is a completely solid white stone. The first words that I saw on it was NY Jets. And I don't really understand that because I think that's a football team, New York Jets. But this wasn't about Jets or football. When I saw the name, what came to me was actual like jets, like airplanes. I don't know what the NY stands for, but I don't think this was actually about a football team. So that's the first thing. And those words actually appeared on this white stone. It's like they got engraved into it. And then next, the stone got turned, like wiped clean. The engraving was gone. And the next words that showed up was true guilt. And what came to me in that is a person is guilty of sin, guilty of whatever, but it's true guilt. So the Jets, I'm not sure what NY means, but I don't think it's New York. The Jets, I felt in my dream that it was like an airplane jet, but jets can also be like whirlwinds. But I didn't get the feeling that this was a football team, okay? And then it got, disappeared. It got erased, it just disappeared off of the white stone. And then these words showed up, true guilt. And the first thing, that, obviously came to me is that I'm guilty, and whatever I'm guilty of is true, because the Lord knows everything. And then that went away. Now keep in mind, this was actually, these words were actually engraved into this white stone, so you can't just wipe it off, like you could wipe off pencil or something like that. It was actually burned, engraved into it. But then it would disappear, and the stone went completely to being white and one piece, just a solid top again, with no writing, no engraving, no nothing. It was just a clear white surface again. And then these words showed up, true love. And true love got engraved or burned on to this white stone. So first it was this, and then that disappeared. Then this got engraved on, and that disappeared. And then this got engraved on. And when this was engraved on that, this necklace got put on my neck. It got put around me. Then all of a sudden, I found myself in a cafe/restaurant, like one of those small restaurants in like a ghost town, you know, just a really, not a fancy place at all, okay? And I'm sitting in a booth with a man, and you know, he's on one side and I'm on the other side. We've got a window to the left of us. There's a counter on the right. There's a waitress walking around, and the door is facing me, so I can actually look past the guy. You know, like his back is towards the door, the glass doors that go in and out of the restaurant, and I'm facing, looking at the door. So I guess there was a wall behind me that, you know, he would be facing, and that's like the end of the restaurant. But we were sitting there, and he was doing all the talking, and I was listening. And he was explaining things to me, like giving me instructions on what I was to do and how I was to do it. It's like when you sit at a restaurant and, you know, the two of you just talk about things on your heart, on your mind, things you're planning on doing, stuff like that. It was that kind, except I didn't do any of the talking. He did the talking. And he was, like I said, very kind, very warm, very loving. But he was giving me instructions and directions on how to carry out things, how he wanted things to be done. So I just listened, you know. And as I was looking at him, I started noticing things about him that I didn't notice before. Apparently he was somebody that I knew and, you know, had been to lunch with many times before. So he was like a friend, somebody that you just meet up with, you know, you call each other and say, hey, do you want to go out to lunch or something like that. So he was not a new friend. He was somebody that I knew already for a while. And we were just meeting up in the restaurant, and he was, you know, explaining and giving me the instructions and directions on how to do things. So I was looking at him. I was looking at his face. I think he had a jean jacket on. This is so weird because, I mean, we're like really casual in this dream. But I was looking at his face, and I thought to myself, oh my goodness, his face looks just like mine. Because I sort of have a round face, as opposed to some people who have long faces, or you know, everybody has a different shape. Well, I kind of have a round face. And I was looking at him, and I thought, oh my goodness, he has like the same face shape as I do. He's got a round face. And then I was looking at his nose, and I thought, oh my goodness, his nose looks just like mine. And then I looked at his lips, and he was still talking, and his mouth and his lips, they looked exactly like mine. And all of a sudden, I started thinking to myself, again, he's still talking and telling me stuff. Very kind, very loving, very gentle. You know, the way he's explaining things. He's a very nice person. And I didn't say anything. I'm just thinking all this stuff in my head. But I'm starting to observe and notice and see, good grief, you know, he looks just like me. He's just like the male version of me. And I thought to myself, is he my soulmate? You know, like, is he the male version of me? And of course, you know, I tend to think this was the Lord sitting with me, because we're mirror images of each other, you know, like we look like the Lord, and, well, I don't want to say he looks like us, but, you know, we're created in God's image. So God has many facets to himself, and what we look like is just an image of one of those many facets that the Lord has. So whatever facet God has, or Jesus had, as he was sitting across from me in this booth, he looked just like me, or should I say I looked like him, because obviously he came first and I came second. You know, I, in the sense of man, was created in his image. He wasn't created in mine. So if he looks exactly like me, except he's the male version of me, then, you know, I would look like him. I would be his image. So I started noticing that when I was looking at him across from me, you know, across the table from me, as he was talking, and yeah, that thought about the soulmate thing, and being the male version of myself, sort of. Anyway, after I came to that realization, that was pretty much the end of the dream. And then I woke up. I don't know if it means anything. I'm not going to try to figure it out. I just figured I'd share it. Okay. Hope everyone's having a great day. God bless, and take care. Okay, bye-bye.